Hello friends, this is Julie Joy of the Young Lightworkers, and I hope you've been enjoying my messages from the goddesses. But here is a message from Apollo. Time to give one of the guys a chance. This was channeled by Valerie for September 3rd, 2019. He says, look around you and see what you have not noticed. There is so much more than meets the eye. There is much more that has been hidden. As you awaken from slumber, it begins to reveal itself. This is the great unveiling. Many mysteries will be revealed, the secrets of the ages. You are on the golden lit pathway of truth. This is the day of revelation. This is the golden age where all darkness will be washed away, and only light and truth will prevail. Enjoy the process. It is your journey home. That was from Apollo. So Valerie goes on to say, how have the energies been feeling to you, ground crew? Since last month, it feels as if everything is speeding up even more. Some have had a sense of timelessness. There could be a feeling of anxiety as humanity begins to realize that things are not the same. Sleep has been challenging for some of us. Our sensitivity has increased. Some are completely bored with the third dimension. They can't find many things that they want to eat anymore, and they are bored with the media, the hype, advertisements, the lies, the music, and the lower vibrations in general. Some are sensitive to the solar activities, such as that which occurred on September 2nd with a geomagnetic storm. And she says, these have affected me for a long time. My brain just wants to sleep, and I completely agree with her. She says, we have discussed this before. We are between the two worlds. We are still housed in these physical forms and are having to go through the gyrations with paying bills, cleaning, working, eating, and doing what is necessary to sustain oneself in the material world. That is what we call 3D. The ground crew is right now residing in the higher fourth dimensions, the fifth and even higher. Sometimes it can feel untenable. Yet this is when we step into the magic and the miracles. This is where we are beginning to realize our new powerful manifesting abilities from the fifth dimension. This is where we become knowledgeable about our strength and our power. We are the ones that we have been waiting for. The energies have felt otherworldly. Sometimes it feels as if we are in the toroidal energy, the torus that swings back and forth from the third dimension to the fourth and fifth. It can be destabilizing. One might get a sense of paradoxes. It can feel as if the world has gone mad, like nothing makes sense anymore. It is also possible to see the dark forces losing their power and using every trick that they have to try to prevent their demise. To little avail. And then she says, on September 3rd, 2019, the Master El Morya came to be with us in my monthly meeting with the Master's class. This Master is for the first ray, representing the flame of the will of God. His main God qualities are omnipotence, protection, faith, and the will of God through the power of the Father. This is according to the book called The Seven Sacred Flames, written by her friend Aurelia Louise Jones. In past lives, he was Abraham, the first Hebrew patriarch, Melchior, one of the three wise men at the birth of Jesus, King Arthur, Thomas Becket, and Sir Thomas More. During the class, I could see him molding us like clay, the way we make pottery. He said, and this is in parentheses, they are creating new parts of the new directives and changes for Earth. All will be held accountable. He suggested dealing with the big picture, not the trivia. We are at the helm. There is much to be learned and gained. I have a lot to say about who is on this planet. That was from Master El Morya. She says, we could feel the strength and the light. This beloved master is strong. I have always known him as a no-nonsense master. I also feel that the masters are just as concerned and complete with the abuse and service to self-behaviors on earth like we are. She says, I saw El Morya sitting in a room at a big meeting table. His activity is to protect spiritual focuses treated as the heart center world movements, protecting whatever specific ideas will benefit the human race to hasten its evolution, according to Aurelia Louise Jones. He is primarily helping to magnetize, sustain, and radiate the positive consciousness of God's will into the atmosphere of the earth, and to counteract the negative acceptance of every distortion created by human mind. And then she says, "Dear ground crew, here is a message from Apollo on September 4th, 2019. He says, what might be seen as disgusting to you in these days of revelation is just the tip of the iceberg. The assault on the earth and humanity by the dark ones is not a pretty picture. Take note. This is being transformed and the offenders are being given their just deserts. This type of energy is no longer welcome or allowed on the earth. You deserve so much better. The destruction is being cleared, and what will remain is a beautiful new way of life. Welcome it." So once again, these were like meeting notes, and I would encourage all of you to go to one of her master's class. They're held in Walnut, California. There is information about this on her website, thegroundcrew.com, and I know I would certainly like to attend one. My name is Julie Joy of the Young Lightworkers, and these messages are offered on the Sananda website as well as voyagesoflight.blogspot.com. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring you a message from Apollo.